Hello folks, Pipeman 1861 here. I hope you all have had a good week. It's been busy for me. I was on call this week, didn't have many calls, but had 2 last night. But it's been a good week, and it's Friday now. It's actually quite late in the evening on a Friday. My wife and I just finished a little while ago. Finished up the last flower bed beside our house. We had neglected those for a very long time, and they were looking pretty bad. So we went ahead and pulled all the weeds out of it, and then we put down landscape cloth and mulched real good, and cut holes in the cloth, of course, let the existing good plants come through. So that's good to get done. All the cloth's down. We have to finish the mulching tomorrow, and then we'll be all done completely. But the place looks a lot better. Looks like somebody lives here who cares. But the night I'm smoking, haven't smoked this very much. It's honestly not my favorite tobacco. I bought it to try. It's a Sutliff Raspberry Cobbler. Of course, it's no longer being manufactured, which I'm not going to miss this one too much, but smoking it in the pipe that will not die, my CPF Dublin from the 20s. This pipe should be dead. It's not. And I'm down here trying to resurrect a different pipe. As a matter of fact, the pipe I'm working on is none other than a pipe that I am going to be supposed to have already sent out to 209 Piper. That's right. Might recognize a stumble. Whenever I was cleaning it up and getting it ready to send out, when I cleaned all of the old tar buildup off the outside of the pipe, I found a small crack starting right here. Well, it's not very small, but I don't know if you can see it or not. It's probably hard to see in the video. It's right in there. But there was a crack start to develop, and I was not about to send you out a cracked pipe. So naturally, I have to fix it. So far what I've done, I've stabilized the crack. What you do with that is you take a very small drill bit. There's a couple of the holes there and there, and you find the ends of the cracks. There's a very fine hairline crack in between those two holes, and then there's a bigger crack in between here. And you drill small holes about halfway through the pipe wall, right at the ends of the cracks, and that cleans the end of the grain up and stops the crack from spreading further. And then once you got that squared away, or once I had that squared away, I went ahead and ran some super glue, plain old super glue, into the crack, inside and outside. And once I'm done with that, it's cured now. Sanded all the excess glue off the inside of the bowl. And then, as far as the inside of the pipe goes, the last couple steps are I'm going to fill in any charred spots, the charred spot the crack was starting to develop in. I'm going to fill it in with, it's going to sound funny, and I'm going to fill it in with JB Weld 2-part epoxy. And the reason I use JB Weld is because of its heat resistance. It's heat resistant up to about, I think, 550 degrees or thereabouts, which is far hotter than our pipes ever should get. So put that in there, and then after that, to finish up the inside of the bowl, I put on a food grade bowl coating to cover up everything, to give the pipe a good surface to start building cake on. That'll also shield the smoker from any off-gassing that may possibly occur from the JB Weld. There shouldn't be any, but I like to be careful, so. And then for the outside of the bowl, to make it look pretty again, I have a little baggie that I keep of briar dust that I have, briar sawdust that I've gotten from sanding pipes. I keep the sawdust for that, very fine powder, and you put a little bit of super glue in the crack, and then you sprinkle some briar dust in there, pack it in there, let it dry, brush the loose dust off, a little bit more super glue, more briar dust. You build it up like that. And once you have the crack all the way filled in, then you very carefully, with sandpaper and some fine cutting tools, since this is a rusticated pipe, which actually makes it harder. Basically, I'm going to blend that crack into the briar. So unless you look real close, you should never be able to see that crack after I'm done. So I apologize to 09 Piper for the delay again in your prize shipment, but I had to correct this before I sent it out to you, because there's absolutely nothing worse than looking forward to getting something nice and then it turns out that it's not so nice. Drinking some coffee that my wife made me in my mustache mug. Other thing I wanted to show you real quick, since I thought about it. I wanted something to keep matches in down here, a match holder of some sort, because I never could seem to find a book of matches or a box of matches when I wanted one. Well, I was in an antique mall a while back and came across this. Isn't that neat? There's a rough part here in the strikers, and you have just put your matches in the lady's boot, and then you have your striker right here. See? Of course, that only works with Strike Anywhere matches. Which I like to keep on hand anyway, so I thought that was about perfect. Well, anyway, folks, I sure hope that you all have a good evening. I'm going to get back to fixing this, and I'll let you know, 209 Piper, when it's on the way. But in the meantime, we'll just keep on keeping on. Anyway, everybody, I better get off here. Like I say, this is Pipe Man 1861 saying goodbye, good luck, may the good Lord take a liking to you. We'll see you all again very soon, and as always, happy smoking. Thank you, folks. Bye now.